Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Gemini. So Gemini, as usual, I'm doing a reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. So Gemini, actually I pulled your cards yesterday, but I don't know if it was, the message itself, it was a little bit confusing, or if I was in a, not as clear mindset as I tend to be for the readings. And maybe it's just, my own calibration of my channel. So I wasn't really seeing the message, to be honest. So I just let the cards sit from yesterday to today. If they would, speak something now with, the next day, just let them sit, right? And it's like settle down. And yes, actually the message is very, very clear. And so I don't know if this fits you, Gemini, if you're seeing a situation, at first glance in a very confusing way, but actually it's very simple. And the fact that this could be confusing in a sense, and the reason why I wasn't really understanding it yesterday and chose not to record it, just let the message sink in, is because I feel like you're torn between two people, really. So, and to be honest, the way that I'm seeing this, it's like you are trying to center, trying to ground yourself, and trying to be, so it's like you're being torn. That's the thing. It's like you're being torn between being logical and being grounded. And I feel like if I was going to record yesterday, you would tend to go to the logical side. And today you are feeling a lot more, the energy is a lot more settled. So it feels like you're a lot more grounded. And that's the reason why I feel like, the confusion of yesterday actually has gone, right? It's like has really settled. So you can see things in a very accurate, simple, objective way and very grounded again. So you're starting off as the Queen of Pentacles. And the first thing that I heard with this Queen of Pentacles for you, Gemini, it's interesting because this is a not natural per se energy for you, being an air sign, showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. What I heard was you're feeling good in your body. But that's the tricky part, because yesterday the feeling good part could have been in a very indulgent way, right? And now it's a lot more, not serious, but just thinking in a more mature way, perhaps, or it's like what is the, how do I say this? It's like a lot more grounded and settled in the consequences of your choice, right? Because as I said, it seems like you're being torn between two people, and maybe two partners or two friends or two situations or two opportunities. The way that it feels here, it is really two people, okay? But the way that you are now feeling is not in a overindulging way, right? It's like and now I'm just being reminded, it's like, this past week, and we had the crescent moon, the waxing moon in the sign of Taurus, right? And today, actually, the moon has moved into Gemini. So I feel like, in a sense, you're also, if this is a romantic relationship kind of narrative or aspect of your life, that you're being torn between two people, it's like now the moon in Gemini is helping to bring a little bit more centeredness, a little bit more groundedness to what you truly want. And I mean, it's like how your decision has the impact to really shape your future is how the message is unfolding with the cards. So you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. These two cards came together, the King of Swords and the Five of Swords, and they came in straight away after your card, actually. And so I feel like this character, whoever this is, whoever this King of Swords type of very well-spoken, very smart, very intelligent, but also it's like very the tricky part about the entire message was coming with this Five of Swords, because before the rest of the cards came, the way that I sensed this, Gemini, was that this King of Swords was desiring to have a place in your life, right? It's almost like they are applying to be in your life. And I feel like they are a recent person in your life, right? It's like they have just met you, you have just met them, and they are, well, they are charming, right? They are very well spoken, they are very persuasive, they're very intelligent, they have a way with words, they are very logical and very rational. That's also the reason why I feel like if I was to record this yesterday, you would tend to see this person in a very logical way, right? It's almost like you know, this person is in your life. The reason why I'm emphasizing this person so much, and or this situation, right? It could be just an opportunity that is showing up in your life that if you were to make sense of it, this would completely fit the bill, right? It's like, it's almost like they are proving to you, or what they are saying, the things that they are saying, the way that they are, it's like the few things that they have already told you about themselves, because as I said, it's like you haven't really met them that long, or you know, it's like you know them just a little bit, and so, but you are already very enchanted. But you see here how you're coming as the Queen of Pentacles and they're coming as the King of Swords. So in a way, it's almost like earth to air, right? And as I said, you, Gemini, being the air sign, you could have been, you know, torn between the, like the logical, the rationality, the just maybe the practicality of like a very smart mind, right? You know, a person that really knows what they're saying. It's like, for you, it was, you know, logical. It was just reasonable that they would have a place in your life. And I feel like this is what this Five of Swords is saying, right? Because the fives to me, there are this, well, because it's the Five of Swords, it's like the potential for a place, right? And it's interesting because, you know, I started this whole message right now saying that the energy is now settled. And I feel like this place is still too up in the air. It's almost like they, it's like maybe you need more time to see if they are going to really follow through with what they already are showing, that they can be a part of your life, or that they want to be, and that this would be reasonable, that this would make sense. Because the card that is coming next, the King of Pentacles, this is a more matching energy, right? It's like this is a natural combination, right? The Queen and the King of the same suit, because you just come from the same realm, or because I don't even know how to express this. It's like just because it matches, right? It matches. Here, reason is stepping in, maybe to convince you, or you to convince yourself that this is also a good match. But you, I feel like, Gemini, if it was in another moment of your life when you weren't showing up as the Queen of Pentacles as you are today, maybe if you were, you know, typically seen as the Queen of Swords, or even as the King of Swords, right? It would be ideal. It would be the perfect match. It would be, you know what I mean, right? But because you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, maybe that's what's, you know, settling in your mind. It's almost like maybe a couple of days ago, maybe as soon as this person entered your life, or as soon as this opportunity showed up for you, it's like it was like everything that you ever desired, perhaps, right? It's like you were enchanted, and it's like it was logical that this would have a place in your life. But the moment that things settle down, that you are more centered, that you are more grounded, then I feel like either this is another opportunity, another person, or because the sensation that I have, Gemini, to be honest, is that this one is already in your life, this one isn't. But when you let your mind settle down, right? When what was making sense is no longer that matching, right? It's like you want maybe a partner or a person, or, you know, a situation that is more aligned to how you are vibrating right now, which I feel like no matter how well spoken or how this one is smart and charming, now this Five of Swords turns into this one versus this one. You see? You see how it's like it's now, instead of like a possibility of this one occupying a space in your life, now becomes maybe in your mind this one versus the other, right? And I feel like maybe the source of the challenge for you and the source of the confusion is because I feel like this one hasn't entered your life yet. Because maybe, okay, so this is interesting. Because maybe you have to get to know this one. Because yes, as I said, in another moment of your life, this person would be ideal. This person would be so matching your vibration. But because maybe you have grown, you have matured, you have found your center, right? You no longer identify or fit with this King of Swords. It's like what you want is more of a person or an opportunity that is in this vibration, right? Maybe more practical, or more even, you know, if we're talking about abundance, maybe just a person that is more established. It's tricky, I know, Gemini, but I feel like things are getting simpler and simpler and simpler as you let them settle down, right? At least in your mind, because I feel like what you want is to find your ground, right? And in a sense, this would be lovely if this wasn't in the picture. And for some reason, this is in the picture. So I don't know if this is in your mind, right? It's like the moment that you let this sink or let this settle down, this one comes. So maybe you do know this one, right? So maybe there is another one that is in your mind that feels more suiting or more, just more aligned, right? Especially because you feeling good in your own body, which was the first message for this Queen of Pentacles. It's almost like, to be honest, the way that I'm seeing this, it's, and I'm reluctant to say it in those words, but I feel like it will make sense in a way. It's like you have been your entire life the Queen of Swords, but more recently you have come to this groundedness and became this Queen of Pentacles. So it's like, it's not that you have evolved, or it's more like, you know, because sometimes there's also something very interesting that the swords represent, right? They represent the spirit, and the pentacles represent the body. And so I feel like maybe you felt detached from this planet, from this realm, or maybe just the body, right? It's like not fitting in your body or in your reality. But more recently, you have come to maybe love your body, love your life, love your reality, love the fact that you're alive here on earth, and, you know, indulging in that. Maybe that's the reason why you identified first because this was a matching energy, right? To your earlier version, to your Queen of Swords version. And it's interesting because, you know, the recent readings, I feel like since Aries, but then it went to Taurus as well, there was this relationship between the spirit and the body and how they were integrating more and more and more. In your case, I feel like it happens through another, right? It's like meeting another that would feel like the perfect partner or the perfect opportunity and wanting it to fit that bill, right? But really, when the energy settles and you feel like there is somebody out there, or, you know, there is another opportunity that, you know, even already exists, right? But you haven't really considered because maybe you were still in the mindset that was, you know, thinking that this person would be more suiting for you. But now it's almost like this is just a natural combination, the natural alignment, right? And I feel like, okay, so the last row of cards, they're just emphasizing the fact that this one, whatever or whomever this King of Pentacles represents for you, Gemini, there's a lot of real potential for this person to be in your life, and I want to say permanently, in a very consistent, practical, beautiful, and abundant way, right? And aligned way. Because we have the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Typically, both of these cards are talking about a beautiful union, a stable, steady, abundant, joyful, aligned, synchronistic union, right? The typical 11-11 of the Four of Wands, you know, the wedding, the marriage situation, or, you know, the potential marriage, I should say. It's like it's all in here, right? But the Ten of Pentacles, when it came afterwards, not only was emphasizing the fact that now you are so much more identifying yourself as the Queen of Pentacles instead of, you know, that Swords energy. So maybe you were very, it's almost like you were holding by a thread to your body, right? It's like you were really detached in a sense, right? At least energetically or in your mind, right? You never felt like you were really settled in this reality, but now you are. And now that you are, it's like this King of Pentacles feels a lot more like the right choice, but that doesn't sound like right at all. It's just, it's more suiting, right? It's like to your body, this feels more adequate, right? More appropriate. Because the tens to me are the shared path, right? And this is the Ten of Pentacles. So a very stable and steady union, which feels like, you know, happening or will eventually happen when you get to have this opportunity, when you get to meet this person, or when you, it's like when, maybe it's just talking about like physical proximity, right? If you already know who this person is or what this is about, it's like you haven't been in like near them, and you haven't been in the same vicinity maybe for a while, but you've heard of them. So it's like you want, it's like the potential is for this, right? And not only the Ten of Pentacles is talking about the stability, but the Fours to me, they hold the space for something to be grounded, right? And, you know, the Wand suit to me, it's all about the seed that wants to grow into a beautiful tree. So I feel like that there's so much like concrete potential for this partnership, for this opportunity, for this alignment to make you feel even better in your body, right? It's like to it's just expand from what you have done on your own, right? It's like this maturing process. It's like they are going to emphasize that, right? Whatever this King of Swords, not King of Swords, that's a confusion, right? It's like, do you think that this is the same person right? That they could, in a sense, become the King of Pentacles. Perhaps that's also the case. But it's not it's not necessarily how I'm seeing it, right? I'm seeing it as two people, two different situations. So maybe you are torn, right? Because you haven't been near them, but the way that you sense them, even though you haven't been in close proximity to them, it's for all of this, because we're ending with the Star card. So in a sense, the true alignment, right, is between you as the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Because I feel like it's, the Star is talking about something that has taken a while, right? I'm thinking about, like, you know, how here from Earth, when we look at the sky and we see a star that is shining brightly in the night sky, actually we're seeing a light of the past, right? Because it travels so fast, and our human eyes are so, it's like, are so limited in the sense, right, that something that is coming from very far away, and it takes light years to get here. It's like this, it's like, that's the thing. Okay, so maybe you have given up the possibility of finding this King of Pentacles. So maybe you do know them, maybe you don't know them, but maybe just the situation, right, of like this maybe happy couple, happy life, happy family life, this, it's almost like coming through as like such a dream-like state that is almost like this distant dream, this impossible dream, right? This wishing upon a star is what I just heard, right? It's like maybe a long time ago, right? As I said, it's been traveling light years to get to where you are right now for this to finally come true. And it's interesting because the Taurus reading was all about, wishes being granted. And if I'm not mistaken, the Star card was also there. But I feel like for you, Gemini, there's something that, it's been traveling like eons and throughout space to get to where you are now in your life, in this level of maturity and development with your own connection to the earth element, right, to the earth realm, for this to maybe come true in this physical realm and not just be a wishing upon a star type of scenario where it's just a very distant possibility. But now I feel like this alignment is possible. It's like it's about to manifest in a way that you're going to cross paths with this one, right? Whether you know this King of Pentacles or not, right? They seem to be coming closer to you, right? The manifestation of this meeting, right, in this physical realm is about to take place, I feel like, because it's been coming, right? It's been coming. So Gemini, I am going to pull more cards for you, and also I'm going to pull from the astrological rooms in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.